Why, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of my modded server, what I affectionately call the MavPack server. I have done quite a bit since the last time that you've seen me. It's been about well, a little more than a week, probably even 2 weeks since I recorded that first episode. And what like I said, I wasn't kidding. There's gonna be large gaps between at least these first couple episodes, because I don't want it to be too, startup grindy. Like I said in the first episode, it's going to be more progressive. I want to more focus on building, not surviving. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take a little bit of a tour around what I've been doing. This is not the spot where we left off in the last episode. What it is it's kind of, well, we're running out of daylight here, so we'll head over. We'll check out what I've done in my base a little bit later once we get back. What we're going to do now is we're going to head back over to the temporary hut that we started in. Well, I should say that I left off in, and if I remember right, it's this direction? Let's see, which way are we heading? That number's going down. That number's going down. Yeah, it's this way. So we're going to head over. You know what? I should probably grab one of my boats. Well, not one of my boats, just a boat. This island right here, this is where my wife currently lives. She decided not to take up residence in my base this time around because it proved to be too much of a hassle on the other server, because she felt like she could never build anything, because I always had a grand plan that she never really fit into, because I always have a very specific way that I like to build. And I wonder what that is. Somebody must be doing something over there. So we decided that for her to get better acclimated to the game, that she's gonna have her own place this time around. So she's learning a good bit, more so than she was before, because she always had questions. Like she didn't really know. I mean, she just she played for the sake of playing. She didn't really get super into it like I get into it. So she's still learning. So we both figured that if she kind of had her own base and did her own thing, that she would learn a lot faster than just kind of following me around. So that's what we're doing. So she lives on an island, couple was it like 100 blocks away from me? A couple hundred blocks, something like that. So anywho, I believe we're still going the right way. Yeah. So, in the meantime, once we get across this ocean here, this is really cool, by the way. This is kind of like a mountain island, really. There's no flat spots until you get to the very top of it. Then it's kind of big and flat. But the rest of it, there's not even like really a shoreline. It's just a big tall mass that jets right up out of the ocean, and it's kind of its own thing. It's really neat. May do something up there at a future date. Not really sure yet. See, so we still got a ways to go. If I remember, I think that other base was at 500 by 900. So we still got maybe about 500 blocks to go. Diagonally. Let's see. It faint's on. Oh, by the way, yeah, I want to say that. Yeah, he's still on. Recruited a couple people from Enderpants. ATI plays. Faint plays, and also J-Log and Shooter, they both play. How that happened is J-Log on the forums Oh, that's spawn. Where is my temp hut? Oh, I'm still heading towards it. It's still going. Okay. He had expressed interest in joining a modded server. Or, well, actually, what he did is he suggested that Enderpants does a modded server. Yeah, this looks like the area here. And because he noticed that we alternate between modded and vanilla from time to time. It looks like there's, I must have left a crafting table here. And he wanted to do it again because he's never played with mods before, and he really wanted to learn about it. And I had mentioned that I actually just got done setting up a friends and family modded server, and I would ask people if they wouldn't mind letting JLog join because I know him. He's cool peeps, so he it's not like I'm just opening the doors to random people. I think this is the place. This should be the place. I'm surprised I don't have it marked on my map. Or maybe I just have the marker turned off at the moment. Yeah, here it is, right here. Oh, it looks like the place is still still decaying a little bit. It doesn't look like it's been... the chunk's been loaded since the last time I was here, since I left. Now, if I remember, one of these... Nope, it's not that one. There, it's that one right there. Yep, all my torches and stuff are still inside of it. That's funny. Yeah, this is my old, actually, before I talk about it, I'll finish the story with, JLog. He expressed interest in joining. I said that he could join because, like I said, or I should say I vouched for him because he's, he's a good guy. All the Underpants guys are good guys. So I didn't have any problem with him joining. And then neither did the other guy. Let's see. Can I see his pointer or his marker? No, too far away. The place that said Jeff and Tina's base, or Jeff and Tina. That is my cousin and her husband. Jeff is the other one that I'm splitting the server with. So I asked those guys, and they said it was cool. They didn't mind if some other people join, as long as there's no griefing, no stealing, no general shenanigans like that. So and I said I assured that there wouldn't be because they're good guys. So I opened the doors to the Enderpants crowd, and I mentioned that JLog, or I mentioned to JLog in the thread that he made, that I would ask, and then a floodgate of other people wanted to join as well. ATI, Shooter, and Faint all sent me PMs on the forum asking to join if it was cool, and I said, yeah, sure, no problem. So here we are. We got 4 Underpantsers on, and it's funny, and I didn't think this would... think it would be any different. Those guys are easily the guys that put in the most hours on the server, so as I kind of expected it would be, because those guys put in a lot of hours on the Enderpants server. Anyways, enough about that. This is where I started at. This is where we left off the last episode at. As you can kind of see, this area right here, this was actually a big gravel pocket. That's why it's tore out right there, and I needed the gravel for the smelted, or not the smelted, the seared bricks for the smeltery. And as you can kind of guess, this is where my smeltery was. I had a wall of chest here, and I think furnaces were down here, and then my bed and tinker stuff was over here, and then a wall of drawing racks was here, and this was my kind of my pseudo mine. I dug down hoping to hit a mine, or a cave, and I didn't. I never did. Dug all the way down to bedrock, never hit anything. So what I did is I'm going to venture out and about here. Hopefully there's not too many mobs out here, because the like I said, zombie awareness is on, and it is rough. It adds they come at you with a vengeance. It's and it's funny too, because it's not so much like they're not like the Walking Dead zombies. They're more like World War Z zombies sometimes, because they have I believe that they spawn with a slight speed boost sometimes, so they chase you quite a bit faster than they used to. This here is the cave where I got most of my stuff from. Come on. Zombie brain. Did I get it? No. As you can see, I am using a copper longsword. Now, as you may remember from the last, from my solo world, I like the longswords for early game because they have that charge boost, that charge jump boost type of thing. So before I get any better means of like jump boots of the traveler, essentially, which I cannot wait to make. Once I get a set of those, I'll probably switch to using a cutlass because I did find a village. There's actually 2 villages out in this area, so I have the cutlass template, the stencil. So I have means to get or to make an ultimate sword. So I will be switching to a cutlass here once I get some better mobility gear. You know, jumping and moving aids. But until then, I like to use the long swords for climbing mountains and whatnot, bridging gaps that are longer than a couple blocks, jumping that's higher than 1 block. So it really helps. And if you time it right, I've gotten as high as I think 5 blocks that I've jumped, or I should say that I've cleared. I've been able to jump on top of a ledge that was more than 5 blocks. Anyways, what we're gonna do is I'm not gonna bore you guys with this cave because if I remember correctly, there's not really a whole lot here. I did find some diamonds down at the bottom. It's strange because I didn't find hardly any diamonds in the ground in my solo world, but down in this cave I found 3 or 4 clusters of diamonds, all within about 20 blocks of each other, and they were all exposed in the cave. I didn't, there wasn't from a branch mine or anything like that. They were all exposed. So what I'm gonna do is, because that's enough of that. There's not really anything special down there. There's no mine shafts, no crazy anything. So I'm gonna head back to. I'm gonna make sure this is all closed up over here. Head back to my other base. I'm gonna show you around that, and then we'll pick up from there. Actually, before I head out, that village that I mentioned, one of the 2, is just over, I believe, on the other side of this mountain, and maybe 100 blocks past this mountain here. So that's where that is. Anywho, so I will see you guys at my other base. All right, so here we are back at the base. ATI got on, actually. Now it's now he's on. This is his first time that he's been on since he left for Sweden. Actually, he moved to Sweden. Hasn't been on for about a week or 2, maybe a week and a half. It hasn't been too terribly long, but it has been a while. He just got on for the first time, which is pretty cool. So I've been talking to him about it. This is my area. As you can see, I got cotton production and a source of food. I don't use that a whole lot anymore because I have a fair bit of cotton, and I also have a chicken farm that I've been using for food. So I don't use the barley too much anymore. We're just gonna get out of here. We're gonna go down. I'll pick up my arrow later. Let's go down here if I can get in. Block it off. All right, so here we are. This is. I know it looks small. This is temporary. As is the location of where my base comes out. I will be building a little bit on the surface this time around, but I will primarily be underground. What I want to do is I'm gonna wait to build up top until I figure out where it is that the best location would be. I'm gonna be doing some cool stuff. That big mountain that's right there, that's actually a volcano, and there's tons and tons and tons of lava in it. I actually have two barrels of lava, 2 drums, so I have over 500 over 500 buckets of lava at my disposal. This here's my smeltery. I have it auto pumped into the tank, so I got lots of lava. This is my ore chest. This is what I've been sticking all my goodies in. As you can see, that I have all kinds of stuff. Got my tinker stuff here. Got my tool rack. Got my carpenter's bed here, which is pretty cool. I didn't use one last time. I didn't really realize that you could change through all kinds of the bed designs here. So I think that's pretty cool. I like the one with the hammer because it's not quite as loud as some of the other ones. Just your standard stuff here. I got, a chest full of absolutely packed full of stuff. All of this stuff is just packed full. A misc chest. I got food in there. Some of this stuff is I just have stuff for days and stuff. And in these, I got these off of mobs. I've been just putting flowers in them and some overspill blocks. And then what? Oh, it must be daytime. What we're gonna do is this is what I'm building down here. I'm gonna take you on a little tour of what I'm doing. I got some machines down here. They're running. They're doing stuff. Well, not at the moment, but they do when I need them to. Got my oil drum. Just like I said I was going to do, like I did last time, like I said I was going to do, I got some oil. And over here, it kind of broke into a mine. This isn't really part of the base, but what kind of question is that? RF, obviously. I think that's okay. Yeah, he didn't. That's not what he meant. It's funny, I'm just talking about that. Oil at the moment. Okay, back to business. It's just kind of a caves that I broke into. And I actually have to block these off from time to time. Not at the moment. Refineries. Refine. We'll just do it. Refinery does. But it needs diamonds, I think. I'm pretty sure it needs diamonds. Yeah, I think it takes two diamond gears? One diamond gear? Maybe it's one diamond gear. I can't remember now. Anywho, so we're going to go here, through here. I'll show you the rest of the base. Now, for some of you, this may look familiar. Some of you, it may not. It just depends on how old you are and if you happen to be around at the time that this game was extremely popular. I'm not going to say what it is. I will wait until the next episode before I divulge that information. Here we go. Pulverize them. Pulverize them. It's there we go. Almost. No. Wrong button. Almost. As efficient as fortune. Excuse me, it's very early in the morning, and my hands are freezing. It's kind of cold in my basement, and my fingers don't work like they should right now, because they're kind of, they're just really cold and hard to move. So, back to what I was doing. Again, not going to say what this is. Oh, you're killing me. I don't know, dude. Figure it out. Okay, good. Like I said, not going to say what this is. If you recognize it, feel free to leave a comment If you do. If you don't, then just wait till next episode and I'll tell you what it is. But this is, we'll just walk around here for a little bit. Maybe it'll jog your memory, but this was one of my favorite, actually it was, favorite game growing up. I got my chicken coop in this room here. It is going. Got lots of eggs in there. I probably have to, because I've been killing them. So I need to replenish the chicken storage or chicken count here. What I may end up doing is kind of do like an automatic chicken coop, like I did on the last world, but it's going to be a little bit different because I worked out some of the bugs that one had. I figured out what I was doing wrong, and I've thought up a more efficient design, kind of a two-stage deal. So anyways, I'll go through here, and this here is going to be my storage room. If you remember the game, it's fitting for what was here before in the original game. So we're going to go down here, and there's some dogs somewhere. Are they in my place, or are they... Oh, there must be a pocket around here somewhere. All right. Well, anyways, got these two giant rooms here. One of these rooms is gonna be my Thaumcraft lab, and the other room is I may turn into maybe an automatic tree farm. I haven't really decided yet. It's either gonna be this room, or it's gonna be one of the other big rooms. Then there's the fork here. This is well, I'll get into that next episode when I explain what it is. If we go this way, I'm probably gonna make this area here. This is gonna be either the spawning room, probably put like a biology lab kind of a thing, put the auto spawner and stuff like that in here, but it may be too big because that kind of stuff doesn't really take up a whole lot of room. May make this one the tree harvesting area as well. Maybe make even kind of a dual purpose room. Maybe make tree harvesting on one side, and maybe even do the bee and butterfly breeding on the other side. Not really sure what I want to do in here yet. It's a big room. I got lots of space to do whatever. Over here, actually, this room was fairly difficult to build. Not only is it huge, or I should say difficult to clear out, because not only is it huge, but it also, this was all open because this was exposed, and I'll show you. Well, it's daytime. I could probably do it now, but we'll wait till we get done. All this pretty much half of the room here was all exposed because it actually kind of pops through a little bit of the mountainside. It doesn't come up out of the ground, but where it comes in at, or right here, there was an exposed cave system, and you can kind of see it through here. And it actually kind of, you can see on my map there, it's part of the glacier. I think it's a glacier. It's a cold biome that's right next to the volcano there, which is kind of strange. Anyways, it's got a big cave system right there. I had to cover up, and I had to place blocks all through here because I kept having mobs fall in, and I'm gonna cover up the surface where it pokes through a little bit, and I'll show you that here in a little bit once we get done with the tour. Not sure what I'm gonna do with this room. No idea. I'm going to have to figure out, because this place has so many rooms, I'm going to have to figure out inventive ways to fill them. Got this little area back here. Go up the steps, down the hallways, and I've been wanting to build this base, this design for a long time. This is the laboratory type area that you may recognize. Got a silverfish spawner right here. I'm going to do something with that. Well, not really, not in this room. Once I get the ability to move spawners, that's going to be moved somewhere else. But for the time being, I just have it, well, I stay away from it because I don't think you can disable silverfish spawners. They seem to, no matter how much light is around them, they seem to still pump out silverfish. So I just stay away from that area. Now we're getting into the volcano. You can see on my mini-map all the lakes that are all over the place, and I've been breaking into them and pumping them. That's why I have so much lava, is because I've been pumping them out. This here was a huge lava lake. There's a big one right here, and then there was another one above right in there, and then there was another one, I believe. I can still hear one somewhere. I gotta dig around, find out where they are. There was many of them in here. There you can see that one, some remnants. That's actually some water spilled onto that one from just generation. Down in here, this was another big one, and I actually found in this pocket in here, against the wall, there was a cluster of 6 iron ore bushes, and those are pretty rare. You don't really find the iron ore berries very often, so that's pretty cool. I have those in that one room that's kind of by the main staircase. Don't really know what I'm gonna do to get into it. Oh, there's that. Yeah, there's that silverfish. Yeah, see, they spawn no matter what. I just try to stay away from them. Not really sure what I'm gonna do above. I have an idea of what I want to do above ground, but its location is gonna change based on how I want to enter this base. Because if you recall, in the game, there's not really an entrance or an exit. It's just kind of its own thing. And while there is one exit, the end of the level is there's a door at the end of the giant final room, and I have a really cool idea for that. I can't wait to get started on it. I need to clear it out. As you can see, where all those lava lakes I just showed you, I need to finish clearing that. It's a big job. Here's my berry room. I have no light in here, so they grow faster, and slabs on the floor, or covers on the floor, so no mobs spawn. But I got some really cool ideas for that big final room. The doors in that room are what ends the level in the game. I won't be using that because on the next level of that game, it is outside, and it doesn't match up to where I am now. So I won't be using those doors for an exit. I'll just be using them probably for more rooms or tunnels or something like that. So I need to figure out a proper way to get into this base, and then once I figure out a position where I want to come in at is when I'll build a structure above ground to enter from. So until then, above ground is going to be fairly plain and not used until I figure out what I want to do. So anyways, that is about it. A lot of talking. I'm going to have to go get a drink because I am awfully thirsty now. I'm going to check the runtime, actually. I've been talking a while. I know I had about 15 minutes of talking in the first half there. I may have just got to the end of my time here. Let me check. I'm going to check runtime, get something to drink, and I will return for its conclusion. Alright, so I got something to drink. All better now. Check the runtime. We are indeed out of time for this episode, so I'm going to wrap this up. I'm not going to be able to show you the that cave system that is kind of, or the room that's popping through the side of the mountain there. It's not too bad. I'll show it to you next time around. So we're going to have to end things. Something that I wanted to bring up before we close this out is the reason that I moved out here is because Jeff and Tina over there, their base is about 500 blocks away, and we'll check them out in a little bit, or well, not a little bit, sometime down the road. The reason that I moved from that temp hut that I had earlier in the side of that thicket mountain or whatever, that where we ended last episode, is because they moved out here. And I moved out here with them because we had decided that we all wanted to live in the same area. So they're over there. My wife is just over there, and we have, I think I got like probably 4 more family members that are or if not more than that. I got quite a few family members that want to play it, but they just haven't got on yet. So they'll be joining us probably in this area. We all decided that we should stay together because we lived kind of far apart in the last time, and it was hard to get back and forth to each other. So that's the reason that I moved out here, because he got on and picked the place to live, and he wanted to, he found the biome that was really, really cool. He's in a kind of, lush desert, I think is the biome for it. And it borders some deciduous forest, I think. It got some really tall trees in it. It's kind of a nice looking area, so that's where he's at. And this area here is a nice flat area. That's why I picked it, because it kind of suits my needs a little bit. I like a big flat area to build in. So that's why I moved out here. Had to pack up all my stuff and come out. That's actually why I have a couple of these bags of holdings. And I made these chests here were obviously not as upgraded as they currently are. But I made a bunch of them because they were cheap to make, and packed up all my stuff, moved out here, and here we are. Next episode, keep an eye out for that. We're gonna be getting into Thaumcraft, because that's my favorite mod. As I've said time and time again, Thaumcraft is hands down my favorite mod, and I cannot wait to get back into it. So that's what we're gonna do next episode. I'm gonna be setting stuff up, maybe putting some more polish on the base, and we'll get rolling into some magic. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for joining me this time around. I can't wait to see you next time.